What's up guys, it's Matt with 8-Six Gaming. Now this is typically outside my realm and this is really more just of a fun toy than it is anything else. The LaMetric Time Clock. And the reason I'm looking at it, well, I got it for my birthday / Father's Day here and it's pretty cool. It's probably quickly become one of my most favorite toys to have because I'm all into that home integration, hi-fi, Wi-Fi stuff. So that's something that's neat to have. And for multiple reasons, it's just really cool to me. I can watch the Braves game, I can watch the YouTube subscriber count, I can see what time it is, the weather for the day, news, when I get emails, Twitter, all of that stuff will come through on this, alert me, let me know, and I have the full control of customization over it, and it's just really cool. Just real quick, fun review to do. It's nothing super substantial, and it's really hard to justify the price of this thing. I think that $100 to $150 would have been a much better price for this because it's just really hard to swallow at $200. Now, it's an awesome gift, but for consumers out there like you or me or anybody, it's a lot of money for essentially just a clock. Let's quickly run through just a couple things. On the right hand side we have a power button. That's good for turning it on, obviously. On the left hand side we have the volume buttons for up and down. And then you'll see on top what we have is the forward, back, and a toggle action button, which is pretty much your pause, play, or whatever you can assign it to. If you use IFT, you can make it something with IFT. In the back we have a 3.5 auxiliary power jack as well as the USB plug-in for it. If you want a larger USB cable, something you can do. It weighs about 230 grams, and since the question I see a lot about this and other things is how big is it, because a lot of people feel like they got the wrong size or it's not as big as they thought it was. It's about the size of a Monster can, just a little bit taller if you set it vertically, so hopefully that gives you some sort of idea and helps you out. It does have speakers on the left and the right side, and these speakers are okay. They're pretty decent, but for $200 I think I was expecting more, and that's what we're going to do for the second half of this video. We're going to compare it to a Bose Mini-Link and see what we think. A $200 speaker versus this $200 clock. How much different does it sound? Let's start talking about that now. Now the LaMetric Time Clock is not a speaker in its own. It does have the ability to be used as a small Bluetooth speaker, which is pretty cool, but it doesn't have that sound that you would think when you paid $200 for one. And we'll listen to a difference here. Now there's two things about this difference I'm about to play. We use the Bose Mini-Link, which is a $200 speaker about the same size, but it is solely a speaker, meant for being a speaker. It sounds substantially better. But just keep in mind that the LaMetric Time Clock is more than a speaker, and it's intended to be more than a speaker, more than a clock, more than all the things that it is. One of the things to keep in mind is you're listening to recorded microphone sound of these speakers playing at the same volume, the same song, all of that. So you'll hear the difference there, but at the same time you're only going to hear it as well as your own speakers or your own headset let you hear. Recording something that's being broadcasted to be broadcasted back to you after rendering. When you compare it to an actual $200 speaker, you can tell. Guys, I hope it was somewhat helpful and informative. If it was something you've been looking at, then I hope that I showed you something that other channels didn't. Now, this has been looked at a bunch of times, and I'll put links to like Unbox Therapy down below, or MKBHD, who looked at this on his dope tech thing. It's actually where I started drooling over it about 6 to 7 months ago at the time that I'm making this video now. And if you're interested in checking that out, just go there, check it out, see what you think, because they did some great stuff on it, and that's kind of where I as a consumer was watching it. But I could never bring myself for the price to spend that kind of money on something that may or may not be as cool as I think it is. Now, it's super awesome, it's super cool, and I very much like it. One of my favorite toys of all the stuff that I own, but it's just really a hard price to swallow. So anyways, guys, leave a like, subscribe if you want to, comment down below. If I missed anything, I'll be sure and try and get back with you so I can help you out, and just have a great day, night, whatever it is. I'll see you in the next video that I do.